Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. Happy Tuesday. It is the 8th of December. We're getting closer to Christmas. I'm so excited. I love this time of year. It actually snowed yesterday, which is pretty crazy because I live in southeastern Virginia, so we don't actually get a lot of snow, and it was nice to see it. It didn't stick, but it was just nice to see snow. And usually we don't get, if we do get snow, it's usually in February. So this was really cool. Anyways, let's go on. I've got some really exciting news for you. If you follow my blog or my podcast and this channel, you know that recently I had started a challenge for doing auditions, an audition challenge. And this was for, pay-to-play sites or ACX. But basically the challenge was, could you do, as many auditions a day as you could possibly get in, preferably 10 to 20, and could you get it in under an hour? Anyways, so you know that I recently upgraded my account on Voice123, and I was using Voice123 as a place where I was auditioning. So wanted to give you some updates and exciting news. I actually got my first job on Voice123 for auditioning. I know this is it's going to be funny because I've done thousands and thousands of voiceovers on Fiverr. I've done hundreds of audiobooks through ACX and Amazon, and I have private clients that I work with, and I do all kinds of work. I've got so much work through social media, but a place that has eluded me has been getting business through pay-to-play websites. And, now mind you, I went on that crusade of no auditioning for quite a while. And, part of me still believes that there is it's a time sucker. But if you can limit that time, right? And I've talked about being able to quickly audition, right? Like doing an audition within 5 minutes or under, then you could definitely pump out enough auditions on a daily basis to make some things work. So anyways, needless to say, diving into numbers and things, I got my first job on Voice123 from an audition that I did. I actually did a booking. I booked me through Voice123. And interestingly enough, things popped up and I didn't know about them, right? For example, and I'm going to go into detail in my podcast about, numbers and ideas and things about how many auditions that it took me in order to get a job and what was in my thoughts about, how many opens I got versus, like how many listens I got versus how many I didn't, compared to, like, for example, Fiverr, like how many clicks I get as opposed to how many clicks that, it takes to get a voiceover job on Fiverr. All right. And then if I apply that to clicks or listens and opens to Voice123, how did they compare? I had all these ideas, right? Can I compare these things? Well, anyways, needless to say, I'm going to talk more about it in the podcast because I'll have a lot more time there. But I can say this, that the ratio that I found for Voice123, okay, is, when it comes to opens and listens was better for me than it was on Fiverr. Of course, the difference is that the actions that you have to take on Voice123 is a consistent set of actions, whereas Fiverr, you put up something once and maintain it, but Fiverr does the bidding, the marketing for you. Anyways, needless to say, it was a great job. It was a couple $100 for, like 140 words. So I was very pleased with that. Okay, because that's a nice payment. And I'm just very happy that actually I was able to get it done. Now, the number of auditions I did, honestly, I think was around 15 to 16 auditions that it took me to get that. So I'm actually very pleased with that, as opposed to the idea when we went into it where we thought 100 auditions, 200 auditions. Now, I will say this, that the job I got was definitely very stylized. I mean, they were looking for a very specific thing, which I think I nailed it pretty well. So, I was very pleased that I got the job, but I always wondered too about the level of expertise as you go further in your voiceover career. The better you get, delivering things, the better you are, you're going to be at auditioning too. And, I think to myself, when I first started, I didn't have, the experience I have now. So, I know that has to play a part. Plus the equipment I have has to play a part. So, I'm needless to say, I'm as silly as it sounds, because, $200 is not a great deal of money. It is to me, and I'm excited that it happened, and I wanted to share that with you and to let you know that, we all may vary, but it is the first proof, like the first evidence through this challenge and this voiceover challenge that, I put out in the podcast about auditioning, that we can get work through pay-to-play sites. And I did that, and I'm thrilled that, I actually was literally booked from an audition. And of all the things I've done, this is actually, as silly as it might sound, this is the first time I've been booked through. Now, okay, so I guess that's not true at all, because VoiceRealm, I book a lot of work through VoiceRealm. But when it comes to voices.com and Voice123, if we look at those two sites, these two sites in my mind, and I think a lot of our minds, it's like voices.com and Voice123, these are the big sites. I've never gotten work from either of those two sites through booking through the sites. I've had people find me from other places saying that they saw me. Like, for example, when I told you guys about the job I got recently, which actually, if you think of it that way, that could be another job, even though it ended up being through Fiverr, but they found me on Voice123. Now, this was all after the upgrade that I did, where I went to the $2,200 mark on Voice123 for the year. So, I guess, if you look at it that way, right, that could be two jobs. And that job on Fiverr, I think, was like $175 or something like that. So, decent pricing, but the first booking I've gotten through Voice123 was, I think it was 2 nights ago, or 1 night, 2 nights ago, I think. Anyways, so I'm really thrilled and excited, and I wanted to share that with you. And hopefully, you are taking the effort to, jump on this audition challenge. If this is the first you're hearing about it, what I'm doing is, if you're on a pay-to-play, all right, then we're, and if you're not, use ACX. All right. And we're doing an audition challenge where basically we're saying, if we can do a steady amount of auditions on a daily basis, okay, how many jobs can we actually generate, over this month of December, and then moving into 2021, to collect that data and see what we've done. Because I think so much for me has been about how many auditions does it take? How much time does it take? Is it financially worth it? Is it worth the time? Can you actually make it in there? Now, there's nothing to be said too about, right? Just like Fiverr, over time with Fiverr or any account or any platform you're on, you're going to grow your clientele, repeat customers. So through these other sites like Voice123 or wherever, you're going to build repeat customers as well. So I'm just excited overall about it, and I wanted to share this with you guys. And notice, if you're not into the challenge yet, join us. There's nothing that you have to do other than just starting on and feeling free to comment and listen to the podcast, because I'm going to go into details about more of this in the podcast. And I'm excited about what comes next, and see if we can't get some good paying jobs. Recently on VoiceRealm, I got a private audition for a $2,000 job, so I was really excited about that. So we'll see what happens there. But definitely interesting, because as you know, the bulk of a lot of my voiceover work, just because it's so busy, comes from Fiverr. But more and more work, and the Fiverr work's still there, still popping, but more and more work is coming from other platforms too. So I don't know if that's other platforms getting better at marketing, right? And there's more work, or I'm getting better, or it's both. But it's definitely an interesting and exciting journey, and I'm glad that you and I are on it together. So to join this challenge, all you have to do is, whether you're on a pay-to-play, or if you're not on a pay-to-play, you're on a free site like ACX for audiobooks or whatever, is find a site that you can audition on a regular basis. See if you can get your auditions down to, if you're doing audiobooks, it's probably going to be 5 to 10 minutes. But if you can get it down to under 10 minutes, preferably 5 minutes, okay, your job is to set up a system where you can quickly do auditions, all right? And our goal is to at least get 10 a day, okay? All right. I'm excited. And if you do get work and you do have stuff to report, please report in the comments. You know what I mean? Join a VO's Journey Facebook group and be a part of it. You know, be a part of the story there. And I look forward to hearing from you and reporting more information. All right, you guys. Hey, if you get a chance, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Also, if you don't know, we have a group. It's called Fiverr Lead. It's absolutely fantastic. Love for you to be a part of it and to join. It's a weekly group where we meet up with like-minded people from beginners to top-rated sellers, and our whole job is to help each other grow our businesses through gig reviews, through teaching you how to do it using analytics, etc. So it's a really fantastic group. There'll be a link below if you're interested in joining, and I hope to see you soon. All right, you guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.